Hi, I'm Deb Coleman, and I wanted to talk with you today about the assumptions that we're making about our content, or many of us are making. And actually, this came up because I was recently on a podcast, the Speaker Success podcast, hosted by Women Speakers Association. And Anne-Marie Cross and I got into talking about the assumptions that we make. So that wasn't really planned, and that's what's so awesome about podcasts that become real conversations, is that we took it somewhere else. We took it deeper into the topic which was about content creation and content conversion. And assumptions are really part of what not only causes us to make decisions about these assumptions, but then we often take, or more often don't take, action based on these assumptions without really always checking them out. So I want to bring to you today one of those assumptions. There are so many in particular that have to do with email marketing and other content that we create. But I just came out of the Content Conversion Lab group program that I have, and we got talking a lot about the assumptions and how they can get in the way of us creating or cause us to make a different decision than we first intended. And what I really want you to do is look at if this is an assumption that you're making. So the one I want to share today has to do with email marketing, and the assumption is, I've already emailed them about this. They already know. Hi, Patrice, thanks for tuning in. And so we make that assumption. So what follows is, so certainly I don't want to email them again, or I don't need to keep talking about this, or they're not interested in this offer that I put out there, or else they would have bought. And the reality, as if we even spend just a little bit of time on this, is that is most definitely not necessarily true, right? Because not so many people open that email to begin with for a whole host of reasons. But even when we're doing really, really well, we can bank on, probably less than a 30% open rate. If you're getting more than that, that's awesome. And we should all be striving for as high as we possibly can get. But opening does not necessarily mean consuming, and doesn't necessarily mean clicking to find out more about that thing. So here we are, and we say, well, they didn't open it, so they mustn't care about such and such. But chances are, hi Joanne, good to see you too. Chances are they didn't even make it that far. So many of us stay in that place of making a decision that we're not going to email anymore about this. We're not going to email them again because we already did. And we don't want to be a bother, right? We don't want to take up space in inboxes. We know how that feels on our end. However, what I talked about today in the lab, and what I wanted to share with you, is that we have to remember that these people that are subscribers are here because they care about what we have to share, because they believe that we may have a solution to one of their challenges, to perhaps their greatest challenge in this area. So they do want to hear from us. They do want us to help them with this challenge, with their lives, improve things. So we need to not assume that they don't want to hear from us on this thing. They can choose not to open, they can choose not to read, they can choose not to click or choose not to buy. But it is our obligation to show up, to give them ample opportunity to know what's available to them, to know how we can help solve the problem, and then to give some value, to actually give them action steps so that they can do that. So what I want people to remember is it does take that whole, we talk about 7 touches. Now people are saying 10 to 15. It doesn't really matter so much about the number, except to know that it's more than one. It's not one and done. Or most of us would not have a business if we say, I'm going to email everyone I have a new program or a new product, and if they want it, that's great. They'll all sign up and buy. Well, for many of us, that's not going to be enough, right? And even those with huge engaged and active lists need to have a couple of opportunities to learn about it, to hear different aspects, to find out or connect with how it's really going to serve them. And we need to examine that assumption. So I'd really like you to take a look at if you are making this assumption about your own emailing. And what I want to point out is what happens when we make that and don't check it out and do any kind of reality-based decision making is we take action, right? We say we're not going to email. And the result is often not very positive for our business, because now we feel like we have to figure out another way to get in front of people or another way to reach them, or we have to wait a certain period of time. And I want you to look at the way that you are creating content, repurposing it, sharing it, evergreen it, and check out those assumptions. Ask yourself what the numbers are telling you, what the reality is, what your subscribers are saying. If one or two people write back and say this was really helpful, I guarantee it represents a lot more than just that one or two people. So we need to move out of the assumption place that often can keep us stuck. We need to look at the reality of what's happening, use our content as a feedback loop. We always want to know, after we put it out there, what happened? What were the results? What are people's questions? If I hit on something that's really useful, I want to do more of that, right? If I know that people are interested in this program or this product that I have, there are probably a whole lot of other people who it could help too, but maybe they haven't seen it. Maybe they were away. Maybe they get buried in emails. Who knows what the reason is? But I need to not take myself out of the game by making an assumption about why they didn't buy something or why they didn't click or why they didn't open. So thank you for the comments here and everyone that's checking in. I really appreciate it. Margaret, good to see you. So look at your own content creation, look at your own email processing, and ask yourself, what assumption am I making? And what am I doing or not doing as a result of that? Then check it out and see if there isn't another way. See if you have perhaps been stuck in that assumption that is keeping you from creating better content, that's keeping you from emailing your list when we need to be nurturing those relationships, that's keeping you from showing up on social media in a way that you bring value to the conversation. The sales will follow. It's not about leading with the sale, but it is about showing up with valuable content. And if you would like some more information, I'd invite you to, if you're not already on my list, I'll put a link in for my free gift, which is about assumptions and mistakes that we are making with our content and what we can be doing instead. So if you'd like to hear more of this, you might want to grab that and stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing weekly Facebook Lives, sharing more assumptions so that we can all kind of check ourselves and learn about what we can do differently so that we can create better content, reach more of the people that we're meant to reach, and serve them and help to convert them to paying customers. If they're the right people and we are the solution to their challenge, we want to convert. We want them to become clients so that we can actually deliver even more value tailored to what they need. So I hope that this is helpful. Thank you so much for being here live. Oh, thanks for saying that you enjoy my lives. I haven't been doing them much, and I am making a commitment to you that I will be either Monday or Tuesday of next week. I'm not sure which day yet, but stay tuned, stay connected to my page if you don't want to miss any, and grab my free gift if you don't have it and you want this delivered to you in your inbox. That's another way to find out more too. So I'll drop that link. Thanks so much. Please keep your questions coming. Let me know if you have some other things that you want to check out. It may be an assumption that is costing you clients. So let me know and we'll explore those too. Thanks everybody. Go out there and create some better content. Get in touch with your subscribers. Show up on social media and be a solution and add value. And have a great day serving more of the people that you're meant to serve. Thanks so much.